The first actions of Supreme Leader President Trump. Well, if he really is the Supreme Leader, that's up to you to decide, but the controversial Mr. Trump sure is the 45th President of the United States. One of the first ways a new president is able to exercise political power is through unilateral executive orders. While legislative efforts take time, a swipe of the pen from the White House can often enact broad changes in government policy and practice. President Donald Trump has wasted little time in using this privilege. Given his predecessor's reliance on executive orders to circumvent Congress in the later days of his presidency, he has a broad range of methods in which to flex his muscle. We have listed the most important decisions President Trump has made in the last few weeks. Border security. On President Trump's first day as a presidential candidate in June 2015, he made securing the border with Mexico a priority. He pledged repeatedly at rallies to build the wall along the southern border. He has signed a pair of executive orders designed to fulfill that campaign promise. One order declares that the U.S. will create a physical wall or other similarly secure and impassable physical barrier. The second order pledges to hire 10,000 more immigration officers, and to revoke federal grant money from sanctuary cities which refuse to deport undocumented immigrants. It remains to be seen how President Trump will pay for the wall, although he has repeatedly insisted that it will be fully paid for by the Mexican government despite their leaders saying otherwise. 2 pipelines. On his second full working day, the president signed 2 orders to advance construction of 2 controversial pipelines. These are the Dakota Access Pipeline and the Keystone XL. President Trump told reporters the terms of both deals would be renegotiated, and using American steel was a requirement. Keystone, a 1,179-mile pipeline running from Canada to U.S. refineries in the Gulf Coast, was halted by President Barack Obama in 2015 due to concerns over the message it would send about climate change. The second pipeline was halted last year as the Army looked at other routes, amid huge protests by the Indian Standing Rock Sioux tribe at a North Dakota site. Obamacare. In one of his first actions as president, Mr. Trump issued a multi-paragraph directive to the Department of Health and Human Services and other federal agencies involved in managing the nation's healthcare system. The order states that agencies must waive, defer, grant exemptions from, or delay any portions of the Affordable Care Act that creates financial burden on states, individuals or healthcare providers. Although the order technically does not authorize any powers the executive agencies do not already have, it's viewed as a clear signal that the Trump administration will be rolling back the Obama healthcare regulations wherever possible. Reinstating a ban on international abortion counseling. What's called the Mexico City policy, first implemented in 1984 under Republican President Ronald Reagan, prevents foreign non-governmental organizations that receive any U.S. cash from providing counseling or referrals for abortion or advocating for access to abortion services in their country, even if they do so with other funding. The ban, derided as a gag rule by its critics, has been the subject of a political tug-of-war ever since its inception, with every Democratic president rescinding the measure, and every Republican bringing it back. Anti-abortion activists expected Mr. Trump to act quickly on this, and he didn't disappoint them. Pausing government hiring. On Mr. Trump's first full workday in the White House, he issued a directive to federal agencies to halt any new government hiring. He told the media who had gathered for the signing that the freeze would not affect military spending. The directive is part of President Trump's effort to reduce government debts and decrease the size of the federal workforce. During his campaign, he frequently railed against government bureaucracy, and vowed to drain the swamp of corrupt governance. This is just the beginning of President Trump's presidency, and we will wait and see what the future brings. Please like and share the video if you find this information useful. Also subscribe to our channel for daily videos.